Hey guys, it's me, Ken Sparkle, again. So now you can notice I'm going to review on the Powerpuff Girls. So yeah, I'm just going to mention that, let's just explain that the Powerpuff Girls always has been one of my best favorites since, well, technically not part of my childhood, but I can easily consider as my childhood. Although I did kind of watch the Powerpuff Girls in my, let's just say, the start of my teen years. Like, the moment well, sort of like, I was really like around 11 or 12 when I first started watched the Powerpuff Girls. But until after I turned 13, I started to watch them, like, starting to have, like, few interest in some of the episodes, the characters, well, including the Powerpuff Girls, of course. So, let's just say the Powerpuff Girls has been on the screen since 1992. Yeah. So, basically, I don't know if about you guys, but I rather prefer not to say the actual name of it because I kind of think it's kind of a bit rude to mention it. But it was originally called something else, but like I said, I'd rather not say it because it's inappropriate, and some of you might take it serious, like, you know. So if you wanted to search it up, be free to do so on YouTube or whatever. And I also believe that the Powerpuff Girls, well, also had their own short episodes. Sometimes, like, 1 or 2 years before the actual TV show that came out in 1998. Starring Kathy Cavadini as Blossom, Tara Strong as Bubbles, and E.G. Daily as Buttercup. So, yeah, I just had to say, I think I prefer these three girls as the Powerpuff Girls, rather than, well, the rebooted of the Powerpuff Girls. And, so basically, I just kind of prefer or stick with the original Powerpuff Girls, since they're the ones I mostly remembered or watched growing up. So, as you can notice that if you guys remember my post about the Powerpuff Girls, I'll see if I can find it. So can I just be honest? I kind of just find the Powerpuff Girls a great show, even though it's a American cartoon show. But well, it's not that I'm against or anything, but I just well, I don't know how to explain. But all I'm trying to say is that the Powerpuff Girls is just one of my favorites of all times, no matter, And I also remember the other version of the Powerpuff Girls, but some of you may remember or may not remember, but I also kind of remember this other Powerpuff Girls series, and it's actually an anime, and it's called the Powerpuff Girls Z. Well, Z, because I say Z in my country, so don't criticize that, please. So, let's just say, I just kind of like the anime sometimes because it's actually quite good as the original. And I have to believe there are some other, well, almost every Powerpuff Girls fans seem to like the anime to the original. I actually quite understand why, because since there are many other people who seem to like anime most of the time because, since they are manga, well, on either Japan or China, but the Powerpuff Girls Z is actually a Japanese series. So, let's just say, um, if you guys remember this Powerpuff Girls, the movie, I actually kind of like that movie. It's quite good. And I also remember the other movie, and it came out in 2014, and it's called the Powerpuff Girls Dance Pantsed, I think it's called. I think so anyway. And so my favorite Powerpuff Girl will always be Bubbles. I still like Blossom, although she is pink, but it's not just because of that, because it's kind of obvious because she is smart to the sisters, and she can be a bit bossy, and she can, always proud of being smart, like all the time. I mean, it's okay to like being smart, but it's not okay to brag about it. So don't get me wrong, because sometimes when you like being whatever that you like being about yourself, just don't brag about it, because otherwise it just hurts other people's feelings. Like, let's just use this episode for Sophia the First, for example, because if you guys remember what Sophia did to Ruby and Jade, and the girls were quite sad and angry and disappointed that because Sophia kept on like on and on and on and on and on, something like that. So I just don't know what the big deal is, but but don't get me wrong, because Sophia can be a bit selfish in that episode, to be honest. But I can't really blame her for to be a winner, to sing a song for the Enchantia and that. Oh boy. Okay. So anyways, like I said, I like Bubbles. Buttercup. Well, for me, I don't really like her that much. Well, I do like it like a teensy weensy bit, but let's just say she's always kind of a bit mean to Blossom and Bubbles, but mainly to Bubbles. And can I just be honest? If you guys remember what I just said in my community post about the Powerpuff Girls in the episode All Chopped Up from season 4, where Buttercup was a bit mean to Bubbles, saying that she can't use chalk and draw on a school playground. I mean, what's the big deal, or what's the big issue is? I mean, you can't stop Bubbles for like what she likes. I mean, if you can't deal with it, just leave Bubbles alone, Buttercup. I mean, seriously. I know she's only a cartoon, but I'm just saying it as an example, or just telling a fact. So, kind of, yeah, I just don't really like Buttercup that much, because let's just say she's a grumpy gears one. Like, think about Grumpy from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Okay, I get it. I kind of seem to think with the Brady Rock boys, I would say they're just too rowdy. No wonder why the Brady Rock boys, because they're rowdy. Let's just get to the point that the Rowdy Rock boys are actually the male counterparts of the Powerpuff Girls. And let's just say the Powerpuff Girls and Rowdy Rock boys can easily remind us of well, as you guys can know, Alvin the Chipmunks and the Chipettes. But to me, the Powerpuff Girls can easily remind me with the Kingdom of Crusaders from My Little Pony. If you think of it, because Blossom and Apple Bloom almost have similar appearance, like the bow and that. and they both are smart, and they always be honest, and um, and let's just say they can if you think about the difference between that, because Apple Blame always obsessed about getting a cuter mark from season 1 until the season 5, but to Blossom, she thinks she can gets to do whatever she wants to do. Like, if you remember this episode about the professor's birthday, where she spills the thing and so she can keep Professor to herself. I mean, I have to kind of think that that's a bit selfish. Well, for me, personally, because after all, it is my opinion, so please respect that, guys. And there is also episodes where, Bubbles can be selfish, like in Bubbles Vicious, or I can't remember the name of the episode, but I know this one time where she somehow like pretending, or whether I don't know if she was pretending or she just or something that calls her to apps like Mojo Jojo. Oh, I hate that guy. He's such a creepy. Don't get me wrong, because he was Professor's sort of a pet or something. I don't know if you guys remember from the Powerpuff Girls, the movie and that. I'm pretty sure. I'm sure. I'm pretty sure you know what I mean. And the episode about that as well. Can't exactly remember the episode of it, but that's all I'm saying. Well, I hate that Princess Moorbox. She's so obsessed to become an actual superhero herself, and she keeps trying to steal the Powerpuff Girls' powers. And it's just the way she's been behaving and all kinds and that, and her obsession is just so annoying. It's like it's the same story all over again. I never liked Princess Moorbox that much because, like I said, she's just like a spoiled little brat. If you think about Bianca Souls from the Willy Wonka, I want that, I want this, I want that, I want this. I mean, seriously? You can't always have everything. Just, like, seriously? People who can get to have everything they want, which they can't always, because I just think it's just, being, well, I just prefer not to say it because otherwise you might get into the wrong stick. And personally, it will be going to be the same thing for Janessa for my own TV show one day, if my TV show will become an actual TV show. So basically, if you remember when I mentioned that Bubbles is voiced by Tara Strong, when I first find out or believe that she also is the voice of Melody from The Little Mermaid 2, Return to the Sea, Angel, and the adult version of Lilo in Lilo and Stitch TV show, and she also voiced Timmy Turner from The Fairly Odd Parents, and she also was the voice of Ben 10. I was like, seriously? What? Like, how? How is that Tara Strong? I mean, well, don't get me wrong, because I have believed that most of the female actors can be a voice for male characters from time to time, like Horace Henry, for example, because he's been voiced by a woman. And and she also was the voice of Twilight Sparkle from My Little Pony, or Equestria Girls, or maybe Sideway. I just like Twilight Sparkle. So yeah, I kind of like Tara Strong because Just like you guys, I like Armstrong because she's my favorite too. So, and I also kind of find out, um, I just remember this picture of the Powerpuff Girls in the early designs, and they have fingers, and Buttercup and Bubble's dresses are actually kind of swapped. If you think of it, if you think of it, the Buttercup's color green was supposed to be Bubble's color, and the same thing for Buttercup to have blue as Bubbles. Well, kind of, just be honest, I kind of think it's kind of a bit of a twist. Because I believe Bubbles was going to be the counter of Buttercup that we have now. And Buttercup, well, same for Buttercup to have a bit of personality as Bubbles that we have now. I mean, I do kind of find it a bit funny sometimes because I wouldn't imagine having Buttercup being Bubbles or Bubbles being Buttercup. I wouldn't imagine now. What do you guys think of it? Oh, think about it, guys. Oh, share your thoughts in the comments about that. If you want to, it's up to you. And oh yeah, I also remember the other two Powerpuff Girls. You may remember them or you may not, but it's okay if you don't, because I'm gonna mention them. They are Bonnie. She's from the episode Twister's sister from the original series. Oh, can I just be honest? I did kind of used to get scared of her when I was younger, like when I was like really little, as in when I was like 11 or 12. It's just the way she looks. I mean, because, well, if you guys remember, she was a giant Powerpuff Girl. Well, the very first Powerpuff Girl to be a giant. But at the end of the episode, oh, it's just the way it plays, the music, and the narrator. Oh, it's just the way he speaks. It just creeps me out, and and makes my eyes go into tears. I'm sorry, guys, but don't worry. I'm not getting upset or anything here. I'm calm, calm. Okay, I'm calm now. So as I'm saying, I just kind of did used to get scared of Bonnie when I was younger. But don't get me wrong, because, well, it's kind of hard to explain. Oh, I don't know if I'm right. I'm not too sure if the actress who plays Bonnie. I don't know if it's true or not, but was she the voice of the Zero from The Lion King 2? I'm not too sure. I don't think she is or not, but I don't know. If you remember Zero from The Lion King 2, it's okay. If you don't, that's totally fine. You can always look it up on Google whenever you need to. And there's another Powerpuff Girl called Blisstina, or Bliss for short. I kind of like Bliss, to be honest. She's the older sister to the Powerpuff Girls, actually. And, well, and to think of it, she can be a bit of a damsel in distress character from time to time in some of the episodes in the new series, well, repeated, whatever you want to call it. And for my personal opinion on the rebooted series of the Powerpuff Girls, I think it's a bit too cringy. And the storylines in some of the episodes doesn't make any sense, like, at all. And as I remember some of the episodes, like, with something to do with a rainbow and this bear who likes to have a party and think it's okay to hypnotize people to have fun. And then this moment when the bear and the Blossom and Buttercup when they were hypnotized at that moment, and they were like, twerking their bottoms. Ugh, gross. Ugh. I'm not being prude here, but I just kind of find it disgusting. I don't know about you guys, but when I first watched that, I was like, that hurt my eyes. Okay, is it gone? Okay, gone. Okay, okay, sorry. I'm not taking it serious or anything, but it's just, I did kind of say the word prude because although I maybe sound a bit prude, but to be honest, I just don't really like it when people being, you know, swagging the bottoms or showing off, well, you know what, which I can't really mention because I just find it a bit, inappropriate to mention, so you can guess what I mean. So, like I said, rather not to say. So, zip it, kill sparkle, zip, that's it. So, what I'm saying, I just don't like it one bit, that scene. Whoa. So, um, so let's just say there's too many things to talk about here. I also like some of the episodes, like Bubbles Vicious and Bubbles Vision, and I also like the episode, with the Ryu boys, with their first parents, and I also like when they came back, in season 5. Yeah, the Ryu boy, no, the boys are back in town. Actually, speaking about that word, do you guys actually hear of a song called "The Boys Are Back in Town"? I'm sure some of you may heard of it before, and if not, it's okay. You can always listen to it whenever time you need to. I'm pretty sure that my best friend Sophie probably already heard it sometime before anyway, because I did kind of show her the trailer of it, with the music included, and she probably might remember this Toy Story 2 trailer that I showed her on Milan VHS video on YouTube. And when she heard of it, she was like, "Oh, I remember that." And I was like, "What, really?" And she said, "Yeah, I do." Well, I don't know if she actually did. Sorry. My brain. Okay. Me, I put too much pressure on myself, won't I? So, okay, so my personal opinion on some of the episodes on the original series, like, Acrobata, I think, this creepy acrobat villain came out from the dead and then hypnotized Blossom. When I first watched that clip on YouTube a long time ago when I was younger, I kind of found that a bit creepy. And all those swirly eyes that Blossom gets in her eyes, I was like, cover my eyes. I don't want to get hypnotized either. Okay. Well, believe me or not, but I don't really like hypnotizing stuff. Although some of you may have seen some of my drawings with some characters getting hypnotized, but it's not that I'm getting too obsessed with it or anything. It's just, like I said, it's hard to talk about it. Hard to tell, hard to explain. Oh, and I just remember something. If you remember when I mentioned about the anime show of the Powerpuff Girls, I kind of ship Rolling Bubbles with Cody. If you remember this peculiar episode called Bubbles Trouble and Bubbles and the Beast. I just kind of like these episodes of that show, to be honest. I just kind of find that storyline interesting. Having Bubbles when she's like, as a little baby, well, not technically a baby, but a little girl, like maybe either 6 or 7 or something, having a crush on a 8 or 9-year-old boy called Cody, and they never met again after that. I mean, I know it felt sad though. Until that very moment in sometime in the episode Bubbles' Trouble, where Bubbles recognized the park, and then it makes her remember that memory where she met Cody that very day when he saved her for those bullies. Oh, well, they kind of deserved it, those bullies, for being such a big jerks. I mean, why do they have to be so mean to an innocent little girl and the other 2 girls when they're only just minding their own business playing with that game? And until those like years later where Bubbles growing up, and like I said, when she started to remember that park, it makes her to remember Cody again. And I'm kind of thankful to see, well, all I'm trying to say is that I kind of feel happy for Bubbles and Cody to meet again in the episode Bubbles and the Beast. Well, as in like reunited, after the way Bubbles helped and saved him by turning himself back into his human form. Because let's just say it's kind of a long story, but I'd rather not spoil it for you guys, because if you have not seen that episode, then I'd rather not say anything about it until you guys do. Okay, so I just kind of like Bubbles and Cody in the Powerpuff Girls anime, but I also like the original Bubbles and Boomer from the original Powerpuff Girls series. Well, can I just be honest? I can't remember that video I made with Bubbles and Boomer on one of my very old channels. I kind of miss that channel, and I did kind of tell my mom and dad about that channel, and my dad did say he will try and help me to get that channel back sometime sooner or later. I don't know. I don't mind if it's not working or anything, but still, I still got my own main channel anyway, Kaylin Sparkle. Yeah. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoy my review about the Powerpuff Girls. And if you wanted to ask me some few questions, like whatever you guys have a think of, some things that you want to ask me about, be free to do so in the comments. And if you like this video, be free to like it. And if you're new to my channel, be free to subscribe and press the notification bell to receive my video every day. So I'll catch you guys very later, and hope you guys have a nice, good year, and I'll let you say a late Happy New Year. Yeah, even though it's been a while since Happy New Year, so I just thought I'd say it now because, well, So, like I said, hope you guys have a great year, and let's just hope there won't be, drama. Okay, so, yeah, I just hope I can get some peace, and everyone else here can have peace too. So, yeah, like I said, I'll catch you guys later. Bye.